Bought a review of a like low to mid diamond matchup, Oriana and Ahri. So some of the things I'm thinking about before the game starts. The matchup on Ori and Ahri, I'm taking Cleanse because early on if a charm lands and she hits me with Ignite, I'm more than likely gonna die. And the jungle matchup is, I think part of that also stems from the fact that the jungle matchup is kind of even. Like Graves is a really strong jungler, but also Talia also clears really fast compared to most other junglers, so they're gonna be pretty even. If my jungler was gonna be kind of like higher pressure than theirs, high tempo jungler, I might have opted for like barrier or heal because I would felt more safe. But if I would get a charm landed on me and then the jungle comes in without having any vision, I'm gonna have a bad time, right? So another thing about that being vision, because the jungle matchup's even and because the bot lane matchup is actually losing, so Pyke Vayne most likely loses to Lucian Alistar. It's gonna have a hard time. I'm gonna have a hard time getting vision around the mid lane. So because she has priority on me and because I can't get vision, or like my team can't get vision very well, I have to be really wary of jungle ganks. So that's why I'm one of the reasons. That's mainly the reason I'm opting for Cleanse. I also feel comfortable with Cleanse in general as well, but oops, let me target it on me. So this beginning matchup, I really should be watching out for early ganks from the jungler. Talia excels at level 2 ganks. Not necessarily excels, but she clears quickly and can kind of go for level 2 gank without losing it too much. And that's exactly what she does here, and not respecting that, I have to force my flash here. So that really puts me in a bad spot. Right. I don't have flash. If Ahri ever lands a charm on me and Talia decides to re-gank again, I'm basically dead. Right. So at this point, I have kind of even, like I said, it's gonna have to be a hard time getting priority in the lane here. Now that I have no flash, it's gonna be even harder. So a lot of the time I'm gonna be spending here is gonna be on the back foot.
You finna play a good game?
Sam, I'm doing a bot review right now, so I'm gonna mute. Yeah, so a lot of this laning phase is gonna be like very slow, especially because I lost that flash. And here again, now that I have no flash, I can't make any roams into the jungle without being afraid of that, and this kills the jungler. Alright, so me losing flash there actually played a big part in my jungler dying because I'm afraid to walk anywhere near the Ahri because of that threat, like having a lack of vision. Alright, so right now my wave's in a really bad spot actually. If she played this smarter, she wouldn't be using any spells right now. She would just be auditing the wave because I cannot walk up to her. And you can see the way I'm playing, I literally can't walk up to her because I don't have flash. Even though I have cleanse, if I get charmed, I'm still gonna get hit by a Talia E, and I die. But she pushed the lane, and that gives me a chance to farm. But she could have been starting me a lot. Starting me for a lot of experience. So the wave's slow pushing towards me, which is good for me, obviously. I'm trying to be safe and not, push out too far into the lane. I can just let the wave kind of... Why is this unlocking? I can kind of just let the wave push and farm under tower. This puts my team at a disadvantage though, because I can't really make any roams anywhere, and I just have to constantly basically ping missing that my mid laner's not here, which is actually... It's really bad in solo queue because a lot of people don't listen to your pings, but I find that if you just spam useful pings to people, sometimes listen. Obviously, it gets easier as you get higher elo, but even like at mid diamond, it doesn't feel like always that useful. But you know, it really depends on the game. For the most part, it should be okay. Again, really just kind of playing the lane pretty slowly. I can't really. I'm trying not to take too many trades because I know Ahri's gonna use her abilities on the wave here. So I'm not really at any threat. But I'm not really in a position where I can make any poke stick. Especially since she's gonna be backing soon. Oh, she did back, right? She's gonna be backing soon, and I don't do enough damage yet, so there's no real point in trying to force her. And just best if I focus on farming here. Alright, so I'm getting my first back off here. I think I had about 1300 gold for... How do you do the gold thing? Switch to gold, but... I had about 1300 gold. I'm pretty sure I picked up a lost chapter here, yep. So this actually is not too bad for me. I lost first blood to my lane. I mean, I didn't give first blood, but my laner got first blood, and I'm not too far behind her when it comes to items, so she has a... well, she has a pink over me. Oh, no, not even. She has a couple pots over me, and that Doran's ring when I have the corrupting pot. But overall, the lane was pretty even. It still favors her pretty heavily because she can very easily outplay a lot of my damage when it comes to being level 6. So I still should be playing safe. I still don't have that much priority. And as I said, you know, my bot lane's gonna be pushed in basically 24/7. And I have no vision still besides that one pink, or one ward on the top side, right? So I still need to play safe. If Ahri goes in on me and Talia is there, I die 100%. Most likely even with flash, so. I'm gonna try to get poke off where I can, but really, for the most part, I'm just trying. My goals are not dying, not giving Ahri kills, trying not to let Ahri roam too much. But basically just kind of scaling up so that I'm useful to the team still. So again, you see me pinging a lot for this earlier. She walked topside. They already walked topside, and we saw Talia on the pink earlier before, or on the ward earlier before our blue. So trying to ping that early is kind of a pretty high chance for getting ganked. I don't think it actually goes through, but again, spam pinging. You know, things that you see is pretty helpful because sometimes someone's tunnel visioned on like CSing a cannon or tunnel visioned on like trading. They don't see these things. I drop a pink up here because again, I want to keep the vision close to myself because I can't venture too far out without being scared of Ahri going in on me. So the reason I drop that pink is because if I try to go either top or bot like through that little tunnel. If Ahri is just waiting over the wall with the ward, waiting on the other side of the wall with a ward on my side, she very easily can just wall in me and kill me. Because I'm A, far away from tower, and B, she's definitely stronger than I am. So, try to keep that pink so that I'm free to move there if I need to, and get some more vision out on that side if I can, but just to kind of deny her from that opportunity of CS, or from like getting that cheesy kill off me. The other thing also being is if I try to drop my pink out too far into the jungle out here, or like in one of the side bushes, I have no priority over Ahri right now, so I'm just gonna lose the pink no matter what. Like if I dropped my pink in here, she would just push the lane like she is doing right now, walk to that bush, kill it, and then I lose 75 gold. Right. This is where my bot lane starts popping off. I guess not popping off, but a lot of this game goes to just being able to play safe and let my teammates carry, kind of. Right, so here, I normally I would be scared of walking that way, but because I have that pink ward, I'm not afraid of it because I know she doesn't have vision. Here I'm just trying to bait for Braves to get up here. If I goes in me, I get a good cleanse off. He tries to re-engage, I get an ulti up, but... Oh, wait. Honestly, I don't even remember Talia dying there. I think that was a different fight I'm remembering, but... Good run by Pyke to get that flash too. And now the lane's kind of stabilized, I have a little more priority in it. I'm still not really like... I still just need to be afraid of her, especially now that I don't have cleanse. So if I get a all in here, I die, and I think... I can't remember what happened there, but I think my dad started talking to me downstairs and I looked away. And I just like totally forgot the situation that was happening, but I'm just gonna pretend that I suck. And I could have avoided that, and I entirely could have, but... Okay, so... I opt for going for Merc Treads here, mainly because I'm against a mid laner with CC and a jungler that's also AP. So if I can avoid as much of that CC and medic damage as I can, I feel safer than doing more damage, because right now I'm in a spot where I don't need to like do a lot of damage yet. My usefulness comes through the shielding and supporting my strength with like CC and ulti. So right now, I'm opting for trying to survive as opposed to making things happen with the kills, especially now since Ahri solo killed me. She's 2 kills up on me. She's probably got a decent amount of gold on me, so I'm still trying to doing my best not to die, basically. I just died like 5 seconds ago. So she's got her Luda and Sekko. I'm still sitting on the Lost Chapter, Merc Treads. So I'm 100%, again, still going to be, not going to have any priority on her. So, back to farming we go. And spam pinging my teammates that my enemy laner is missing the second I see them go away. I try to ping in the direction that you see them going so that your teammates can kind of follow that thought process, but for the most part, as long as you're spamming pinging, you're, the fact that they're missing, hopefully someone's going to pay attention, or at least one person. 9 times out of 10, or maybe like, probably less than that, like 6, 7 times out of 10 someone will see it, and it'll help them. So better to do it not to. Don't be lazy, basically. Being lazy is going to get you killed a lot, or get your teammates killed. So, right, so here, again, I keep kind of saying the same things over and over again about what I'm doing, because really I'm kind of doing the same thing for a while, and that's a lot of what this matchup is going to be like. So, really kind of, I'm stuck in the mid lane because, like, as you can see, my bot side is pushed in, and they can't ever get vision on the river side for me. So I'm forced to play like this. So it's good that the good thing that I think I want to say about that Ahri is doing is that every time she shoves the wave in, she goes ahead and leaves mid lane. Yes, I'm getting farm, and she could potentially be getting a lot of chip damage on my tower or poking me out, but she's also kind of posing a threat to the other lanes as well. The fact that she pushes the lane and leaves forces me to ping that she's missing and forces my teammates to play safe. So she's exerting pressure by, even though she's not doing anything, she's still exerting pressure. She's still exerting the pressure she could be on the rest of the map without actually doing anything. So it's possible that because I saw that Ahri's ulti, or she used her ulti on me, I could have gone to kill that Garen. And they were pinging me to do so. So I probably could have, but again, I'm still afraid of her being stronger than me, and still not knowing where Talia is. I don't know what's gonna hit me from out of the Fog of War, right? And if I get hit by something, I'm still really squishy. Even though she doesn't have ulti, she can blow me up. Maybe I'm back up here. I don't think I haven't had enough for Ludens at this time. Or yeah, this next pack I don't think I had enough for Ludens, so I think I just grabbed the Blasting Wand. to start building towards it. We'll see, because most of the thing is I want to get my back off and get a little bit of my item completed, so that I'm not I'm not even further behind this Ahri than I should be. So if I stayed in lane right now, even though I had enough mana to continue pushing, this Ahri went from being just a Ludens over me to being a blasting one over me, an additional 40 AP, so that she's even more of a threat to me than before. So if I go back and buy that blasting one to kind of stabilize it a little bit, so back timing in that sense is really, really important. So here at this point, let me back up a bit actually. Oh, backed up a little too far. So at this point, let's slow this down. Ahri pushed my mid lane up and proceeds to walk over a ward that we have vision on, and I see that she hasn't gone back in this direction. Can't ping that. She hasn't gone back over. She doesn't go back over this ward, so I'm okay to walk down. Now I feel safe to walk down and try all my team. Pyke has a really good fog of war Q overwall and just one shots there. So that's super good for me. Now I don't have to be as afraid of Ahri anymore, and I can go help and assist this roam because they're still super pushed up, which is really dumb. They saw me coming the entire time. I'm not sure why they stayed. I can play this speed now. So this gets us a triple kill on Graves, and that's huge for us. Now Graves is gonna be able to outpace this Talia super quickly. Picks up a Mountain Drake as well, so triple kill Mountain Dragon. And now Ahri's lost. She's lost a lot of pressure on me now, because the longer it goes on, the better of a time I can have against her. So the more time I get to kind of just not die to her is better for me. So I get to free push this wave. I get to go complete my. I think I get to complete my Ludens now. And now I am in a good spot against her. She's still a little bit ahead of me in terms of items. Like she still has a full blasting wand over me. But the fact that I have Ludens now lets me contest waves a little better. And doesn't let her have as much free time roaming once she's cleared the wave, because I can match the clear of the wave. And then potentially follow up on a roam more easily. So again, still, she's doing a good job of pushing the lane now, trying to get vision in our jungle. Clear any visions we might have, gets a pink ward down, so that's all like super good for her. She hasn't been in lane for a while, so I tried to ping to my teammate that she's definitely coming. They don't actually go for it. So I see I had a little time to walk up and try to pressure the tower, but I didn't want to get caught by a Talia ulti. So I opted for doing the same thing basically that Ahri did, and trying to get vision down in their jungle with Graves, and see if we can pop Talia, because I saw that her Wraith Camp came up. We're gonna wait here, thinking she would have stayed for the red buff, but she just does the Raptor Camp, and we don't get to do anything off of it. But this really helps our bot lane, because it gets them pressure. Graves actually gets a solo kill on her. Oh, so close. Remember this. Back this up actually. So I walk back to my lane. I need to go catch this cannon wave. I ping help from Pyke, and Pyke actually is very good. He sees this and sees that I'm going for this. So I go in to bait the Ahri come at me. I have my cleanse up, so I'm not afraid of her. She's not able to burst me yet, and then Pyke just gets a free kill here. As you guys are really fucking good Q. And now I'm definitely set for the rest of the lane, because Ahri's died twice. And now I'm having free lane here now. We have vision in their side of the jungle. I'm not afraid as much anymore to go in. Or not necessarily go in, but I'm not afraid to make more aggressive moves. And now I got time with my tower to kind of chip it down. Really ping's missing. And I see that our tower has been down, so I have to respect that Garen's alive. But I'm content with just kind of grabbing a wave, backing off, grabbing a wave, backing off. Oh, and this shit gets interesting. I think I go to back here, and then Graves and Garen comes for me. Oh, maybe not. That's a different time. That's a good time. So, our bot lanes have actually done a good job of not losing their tower early. A lot of times, if what would have been really catastrophic for me, or for our team in general, would have been if I have no pressure mid lane, and our bot lane lost lane, and their bot lane just gets to come mid and stop me from farming A, and B, potentially take my tower. That's like the worst case scenario, and that's one of the bad things about this, the way I had to play here, is because if that scenario happened where my bot lane just outright lost and lost tower first, they come mid and I lose any sense of, you know, ability to scale for a while. I can't kind of just like, I can't get the farm that I want to like I am right now. So the fact that we're actually a winning lane here in bot lane is huge for us. This is where I think Graves thought I was going to ult earlier. I wasn't really in position to. Let me just back up though, because I want to check it out. Graves asked me if he said he thought I was going to ult earlier. Yeah, because I had just eaten him and I wanted to grab both of them. I don't know if I was able, because I have to wait. So I have to wait for Ahri to do her first dash so that I can ult within the downtime. Like that. So that was unfortunate. I think that was actually a big swing for them because I think there was a shutdown on Graves. Not sure. I think that was when I was actually explaining it to him. We're in an okay spot now because Vayne actually just ganked top, gets a kill on their Garen, who's pressuring really hard. Our mid tower is really low, so this is basically going to get down in the next few waves. But the fact that we've been able to kind of hold this off for so long and allowed me to get at least like 1.5 items, good for us. But overall, I think the trade we're taking right now is actually really good, where Vayne stays top. So basically, we're trading the towers down here and getting solo gold on Vayne. Getting solo gold on someone who's going to scale for us is pretty huge. I'm kind of just trying to like stop them from getting all in and dove, because my lane is equalized in terms of being able to kind of go where I want to. So I'm not as afraid of moving. I still need to be cautious of this Ahri, even though I do have both my sums to kind of avoid for all in. But it's not ideal to have to use them just to be a little more aggressive, I guess. Because I'm basically just content with farming and not dying, and reaching a point where I can just kind of shred through them. This tower goes down here. Yeah. Next wave it goes down. This is where the funny shit happens. This Garen just comes in on me. Try to save the tower. Not enough mana to do so, but so back in here, really, I guess wasn't back greedy. Oh shit! It's Steve. This Garen chases my ass. I have no mana to actually do anything about it. His hit pops a Randuin's. This dude buys Randuin's second, but dies. So that's fine on me. Thank you, Steve, for the sub. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the Jelly Spotters. We are 2 subs away from doubling that giveaway. Okay, so I'm dead. I think about being dead, you know, dead stuff. Yes. You now have the Kevin emote. So, some things I'm thinking about right now. So our mid towers, sorry, both of their outer towers are down. And I don't want to. So a big thing about a big problem I've been having recently that I want to try to fix is that a lot of times when I'll find myself splitting farm with the mid laner or AD carry. So I should be going off in side lanes more to kind of spread out that both the CS and the experience. Here I just want to kind of back them up to get this last outer tower, but also because I'm not really in a good spot to be splitting against any of those champions. If Garen gets onto me, he just runs me down. I don't have enough damage to kill him. And if Ahri gets into solo lane against me, a long solo lane against me, I don't have a good chance of dealing with her because she has multiple ways to get onto me. So I'm not really good, and also the Talia can just kind of ult from across the map and just get onto me for free. So I'm not in a good spot to split. So really I'm kind of just trying to support my two carries, the Vayne and the Graves. Actually even the Pike too, this Pike is huge. But yeah, for the most part I'm just kind of playing support, like a secondary support. Trying to keep them alive in fights, because I don't really have that much damage to really one-shot anybody. So as long as I can keep my teammates alive with shields and you know, cause some havoc with my CC, my small amount of CC, but still helpful. That's good enough for us. Because as long as if this Vayne went Ginsu's Bork, as long as nobody gets onto her, they have they have two melee tanks that will get shredded by her. They can't really get onto her very well. Talia doesn't want to be that close to her, and doesn't really get an opportunity to when having to deal with Aurelia and Pike interface. The biggest threat to Vayne is this Ahri, and if I can protect Vayne long enough with my shield from Ahri, then our fights are basically free. Again, I don't want to say again. I opt for a Banshees here to avoid being a choice for the Ahri to get a charm off on me. So I'm generally not gonna be in a spot where I can get charmed without her having to use at least one dash. So if she has to use a dash to get to me and has to charm me but doesn't get the charm off, she's basically like she's dead. Vayne's just gonna shred her. So if I can stay alive and protect my team long enough, then that should be good. Alistar gets a really good flash combo on her, and that actually kind of really fucks up because Aurelia is still dead too. So if we lose this tower here, we lose all of our Baron Vision too. Actually, did they even go for Baron Vision? Right now, they should just go going straight to Baron and clearing any vision from ours. Right, they had 3 pinks up there already. If they go clear Baron Vision here, then we're fucked. Because we have to face check, and we don't have any good tools to face check, like get vision on them. They have to go for this tower here. We clear it pretty well, and they don't all go for it, which I'm not sure about. If Lucian came, we might have lost this tower, but even then, it's more dangerous for them. Like it's safer play for them to just go clear Baron Vision, and force us to think about the fact that they have to go clear Baron. Or the fact that we have to go respect that they might do Baron. Because they can definitely do it pretty easily. They got Bork, Lucian. They have 2 tanks to tank it. Talia does objectives really fast, so... Especially after the fact that Vayne is dead, too. So here again, I want to split farm with Vayne, so I let Vayne stay mid. I go to the top lane and grab Prugs in the wave itself. Really just trying to get to my level 16, get some items on me, be useful. Right now, I'm still, like, I'm saying that I'm playing to play protection, but I really haven't done too much this game besides just not die. But sometimes that's really all you need, is just not die. I double back there thinking I want to push another wave, but it's... And I actually probably could have, but I think I'm backing for an item here. Or I'm starting to build Leandre's. I want to get some extra damage on me, but it would have been nice if I could push this wave further, because right now they're just building up a huge wave for themselves. We're losing this wave. We're 100% losing this next wave because of this wave coming in. It's good in the sense that it'll stop us, it'll like force them to go clear it, but they're side already, so it's not going to be too bad for them. Fight breaks out. Looking to protect Vayne here, and also trying to... Oh, let me back up here. Something that I did was buy up all pinks before I came back here. Again, trying to look to protect Vayne from any engage. I walk up and see Ahri and try to grab her with the ulti. Don't get the burster down because I don't have enough damage yet. But right now we're at a spot where we kind of just got to disengage. They don't have too many tools to really get onto us. And I can take the great pick. Tries to re-engage. He's got his GA, but I've used my ulti. Vayne's used her ulti. Graves has used his ulti. We're not really gonna get a spot to kind of burst anyone. So we're really trying to survive. I think no one dies here, I'm pretty sure. Garen dies. So that works out really well for us. They used a lot of their flashes to try to finish us there. We use ours in retaliation, but them not having Alistar... Oh, they do have Alistar Flash. Them not having Flash on their squishies, though, is good for us, too. As that opens up the opportunity for me to... Opens up the opportunity for me to try to grab them with an ulti when they're not expecting it. Especially the Talia. So, they've killed Vayne. Their Garen's still dead, has no TP, but they're smart about trying to go grab Vision on Baron. But I don't think they can very well do it yet. It's going to be 50-50 with Graves, even though Talia is level up on him. So they don't decide to do it, but they did clear Vision, so we're forced to go towards that again. We can't really... we can't just go to the bot side of the map without worrying about that, so... It really has TP here, so theoretically she could be going bot right now. Though I don't know if she wins the 1v1 against Garen right now, so might be why she's avoiding it. So she has Ignite. But we do need to like stop them from getting big waves built up and us missing them. So she might as well just at least go down there and scoop some of that experience up, even if Garen is there. Because he doesn't have TP, so if we can try to force something, that's ideal for us, but it's hard for us to really force anything because our only real engage tool is Pyke grabbing somebody with his hook, and even then, it's most likely just going to be an Alistar, or most likely just going to be Alistar. So I'm going mid, again, splitting farm Vayne like I don't want to. I see a big wave top. Again, I'm grabbing a lot of pinks because I know that if they get vision on us and we don't know that they have vision on us, this Ahri shouldn't have charm us from fog and buff. So I'm trying to pay a lot of pinks here. We get a good pick on their Ahri. We trade for the Pyke. I think we actually get a pick on the Graves too. I mean, Alistar. We got a big wave up bot side. We've got top jungle mid, and they've got just jungle and top alive. So we just try to get the tower down since there's no way they can wave clear it. I can't really wave clear it as well as she used to. And she's no mana actually, so she really can't do anything here. So basically get this tower for free. I'm not sure why I really was so... I guess it makes sense. We can get this without worrying about it, but I really wanted that top wave. I think it's juicy though. Holy shit. You know what? You're right. Maybe she's right. Maybe that tower might have gone down. She didn't back. So here we go and try to get... Now that we took that tower, instead of going straight back to base, we want to try to clear the vision that they had there So they're forced to go reapply it and force them to. So when they go to reapply this vision, right? Alistar has 3 wards. He has to place 2 or 3 when he comes back, right? So as opposed to, we didn't go to clear vision. He could keep those wards out there and have those 3 wards available when we do clear it again. So it's easiest for us, or it's smartest for us to clear it then, and then back, and then reapply it when we come back in. Because if we get to clear it again, if we have priority on them, which we kind of do, if we get to clear it again, and he doesn't have wards, he's forced to back, and that puts him in a bad spot. So it's a good thing about one of the most important things, or one of the reasons why you buy pinks. The vision denial is huge in the sense that you're forcing their support to have to go back to pick up wards to replace what we've clearing, and that gives you a man advantage. Right, so our Graves and Pike are kind of just like no fear, fucking in this dojo. So really, we're kind of all just kind of dancing around this Baron and really just trying to clear as much as we can. We have a couple of. Actually, we only have 1 pink left in here. I go back to base to pick up more pinks because we need it in order to secure the vision. Actually, I think Graves gets caught here, and we lose Baron. But I grab pinks, sell my blasted wand, or I buy a blasted wand and sell my corrupting pod to buy more pinks as a replacement. So I'm coming mid. I can't go to this bot wave because if I go bot wave, I don't have TP. They're just gonna go do Baron, and then Graves gets caught, and I think I still end up coming to the fight because I think we can stop them. Because if we can get a good shockwave off on them, or at least just a lot of damage out of them, they're pretty squishy, so we can actually do something about it. And again, this pink is paying so much. Being able to deny that vision, they're afraid to do anything. Really goes in a little early. We don't get to get an ulti off on, but if Pike goes in, gets a cleanup kill? Oh no, he gets his GA popped. So we actually end up dying here. I never really get a good opportunity to get an ulti off because people are split up and they don't want to get it off just in the tanks. So I'm saving my ulti here in case they try to do it again. But we do delay them long enough and stop them from actually doing Baron. Graves up. And at the same time, Eldar Dragons come up too. So they're too low to actually do the Baron without being afraid of me shockwaving them. And Graves can just kind of potentially go in and steal it. This gets actually flubbed. I get stuffed by the Alistar and can't save the Graves fast enough. I still haven't used my shockwave, but again, I don't think my ball was in a good enough spot to actually get it off anywhere. Except maybe right there, but I think he could have probably... Did he have dash up still? Let's check that out. He just dashed in. Actually could have ulted there, but I wasn't sure if it was close enough to do it. It would have been close. But I guess my ult's on such a low cooldown, it wouldn't have been a bad idea if I tried. 48 seconds. But I really wanted to make sure I saved it for one of the objectives. But probably is more useful to try to save my jungler as opposed to save my ulti. Even if there's a chance that I don't do anything off of it. I don't know. It probably would have been a better ulti there. But I think I was a little flustered by the Alistar and engage on me. So we've got a big bot wave going. Top is actually going to go in our... Actually, I don't know. No, it's actually going to push back towards them. Alright, push back towards us, but... their Lucian's still down, so we're looking to try to get some stuff off. I get an ulti off on their Talia and have her forced to tank that dragon. But now I'm just peeling again for my carries. Pike gets a really good ulti off on their Alistar through his ultimate, I think. And now they're really low. Vayne shreds the hell out of this mountain, or this Elder, because she's got Ginsu's. So that's a free Elder for us, and now we can kind of just reset and go Force Baron too. So one of the main things, again, I was saying, is staying alive is super important. And being able to like have your pressure on the map. Even if you're not like getting kills, the fact that you're not giving gold to the other team, the fact that you're able to apply some amount of vision or pressure on the map is, you know, way more important than potentially getting a kill or potentially, you know, pulling off some flashy play, right? So you're always want to kind of, your main goal, especially in the mid lane, should be staying alive. If you die in top lane, you know, they're maybe getting, you know, damage on the tower, or you die in, you know, you die in the jungle. I mean, I guess it's bad to die in the jungle too, but if you're dying in mid lane, that gives their mid laner room to roam. That gives their jungler room to get vision down in our jungle as well. Yeah, so I guess that was kind of stupid to say. It does apply to jungle as well, because if our jungler dies, then the same thing can happen basically. But just the main idea is that dying is bad. Dying is not good. So let's go back real quick, because I was kind of talking through this. We pulled the trigger on Baron. We pulled the trigger on Baron because we have Elder, we have a Mountain Dragon, we have Vayne, which shreds the shit out of Baron. We think we can do it fast enough. We probably could have, we all just committed to the pit. But if we're in the pit when Ahri and Talia come in, or Alistar come in, we're just kind of dead, even if we do get Baron. So we pull off the Baron. We try to kind of disengage from this fight, let us regen a bit. We've blown the Ahri ulti, so we're kind of just looking for kind of a small... We're looking for an opportunity for Pyke to get a pull off on somebody, but we're not really seeing it, so we back. We have Aurelia back, heal up a bit, and I think we kind of all just reset. They're going to push the mid wave, but there's not anything they can do off of it. Besides the fact that they can... Actually, what I was thinking here was they're going to push the mid wave and then immediately go back to Baron after they force us to back to go clear our vision. We have so much vision here. What they should have done is just force us to seed us back and then go straight back to Baron and then clear the vision. Because now we have to deal with this wave down here. We still have full vision control on Baron. We don't actually have a vision of Baron itself besides the crab, but actually we don't have crab. We don't have vision of Baron itself. We have vision entirely around it, so if they do go in there and they don't come out, we know they're doing Baron, right? So now when someone goes down to clear that wave, we go straight to Baron, and now we think we just completely shred it. I look to zone with my ulti on... So look. I think I try to get ulti. So I say here, I know they can do it themselves and do it fast enough. I'm just trying to look for an ulti on like a squishy. So I try to go for Talia here and miss it, but still get some damage off on the tanks. Alistar's forced to bowl his ulti early, he has no health, so we get Baron. Oh, we actually lose Aurelia. I think we lose Pyke. Maybe we don't lose Pyke, but we get our backs off here, and we've only lost one for Baron, which is pretty huge for us. Because now that Baron's off the map, we can be a lot happier, because now we can go down a lane and actually try to take something with it. Some thoughts on the build path I went. I mentioned why I got Banshees, because I wanted to avoid the Ahri getting in on me, or just not being able to be a target to her. The other thing I build is, the next thing I built was Leandries, because that Garen is just a beef of health and tankiness, so Leandry's is going to help me kind of slowly poke him down with my Qs from the backline. Vayne basically is just going to shred through him anyway, but being able to have that to kind of just you know, tickle a lot. I mean, they all have a lot of health. They've got a Rylai's, they've got a Morello's on Natalia, they have a Rylai's and Morello's on Ahri, so they're not, their health isn't non-trivial. So that's one of the main reasons I picked up Leandry, especially since it got buffed now. That's 2.5% of their max health when they're movement impaired, so that's a ridiculous amount of health. Here again, I'm just throwing shields out where I can, trying to get my ball in a spot to threaten them. Here's where I try to get my ball into a spot to threaten them. Next time they try to walk up, so that they do walk. It's at a point in the game where it's pretty late, where a lot of people aren't paying attention. So if I get my ball into a spot where their backline walks through, like this, if they had walked any closer, I would have ulted them all, but unfortunately for them they didn't. But we just get a pick on their tanks, we just kind of blow them up with Vayne and Pike, and now we kind of just like run the game in and end it, pretty sure. But main thoughts about this one are, I guess, kind of recap from the beginning. Being more mindful of the jungler at level 2 can play a huge, can be a huge changing point in the game. The fact that Ahri gets first blood basically because I don't have any pressure in mid lane. It could have all been avoided by just playing it to the left side of the lane. Let me run that back real quick. So let me pause it when Tyus is coming. So I'm playing in the middle of the lane right now. It's stupid of me to be doing this because it's actually so dumb of me to be doing this. Because I know they start bot side because their bot lane comes to lane late. Ahri has some health and damage on taken on him, or health and mana taken off him. And I'm playing to the bottom side of the mid lane for absolutely no reason. There's no reason I should be doing this. I should be playing up here in this pocket, because what happens is I'm playing down here, Talia comes in and gets a free auto on me to slow me, burns my flash. If I were playing even like just slightly up here, Ahri can't charm me right now. She doesn't have E. She can't do anything besides throw a poke at me. If I'm standing up here, there's no way this gank does anything, and I save my flash. So that's really bad on my part. And then what that leads to is I'm shoved in. I can't contest. Well, actually, there's a part where I actually knew that Ahri knew where Graves was. Right here, I see Ahri leave lane. She leaves lane for an extended period of time. The longer she leaves lane for, the more likely I think she's warding one of these bushes. Or sorry, one of these two bushes. But it ends up being this one. So I know that Ahri knows Graves walks through here, and the second that she sees him, she walks straight at him. So they ties doing the crab. She sees Graves in the ward. Ahri sees Graves in the ward. They both instantly walk there. And Ahri gets an easy flash charm and a free kill. And most of that comes from the fact that I'm afraid of Talia re-ganking me, because it's very easy for her to do that. I know she's going for a blue, but it's still very easy for me to... I can't pressure the wave as well as I want to because I'm afraid Talia re-ganking me right away. So this wave builds up on me. I'm forced under tower. That allows Ahri to get this ward off for Graves. Now my wave is sitting on my side, so I feel safe to do this, but I have no ability to walk through this wave to get to Graves when it comes. And I'm just overall in a bad spot to help anybody, right? I have a bigger wave, but my wave is up here. I can't walk through Ahri to get here. I have to walk up, and I don't react fast enough because I don't see that Talia's there. And that's a free kill. I think, honestly, even if I was there, Graves still would have most likely died. Even if I got that shield off at the end, that's more likely than not I wasn't going to live, or he wasn't going to live. And it could have even turned into a double kill there, so not having that flash, or, leads me to play and put myself in a position where my wave gets in her tower and I'm forced to play safe, and I can't. It allows it where I already get her ward off and get that mid priority to get that first blood. And then the last thing I think I mentioned about that was she really shouldn't have pushed her wave here. So I have this massive chunk of mage minions. If she just doesn't do anything, my wave just dies. Or, you know, her wave just dies to my minions, and I can't walk up because I don't know where Talia is, I don't have flash. Dead if I walk up, so she really could have played that a little better, but I should have been more mindful of level 2, and that really could have changed the entire game just by itself. But yeah, I mean, to kind of recap, pay attention to the jungler, level 2. Play safe to, you know, even so now I do not have my flash. I need to play safe, right? I shouldn't be playing aggro or you know, playing unsafely because of that. So I reacted in a good way, but I should be careful not to be in that spot to be safe in the first place. But you know, playing mindful and playing safely and not dying as many times as possible is gonna win you so many games. Just living and dying, not dying to your laner, you know, a lot is gonna save you a lot. So yeah, I think that's